Hi, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Hublot. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper care, usage, and maintenance of your Hublot Classic Fusion Racing Gray Chronograph in 18-karat King Gold. It's important to note that this is an automatic winding timepiece, but nevertheless, it can be manually rewound should it run down by taking the crown in the first position flush to the case and turning it 20 to 30 turns in the clockwise direction. Now that'll be sufficient to get the balance beating, energize the mainspring, and in conjunction with the caseback winding rotor, the natural course of action on the wrist will continue to wind the watch for daily use. But should you wish to wind the watch to its full rated power reserve of 42 hours, simply continue turning the crown. Due to the bridal style mainspring used on this movement, any excess strain will simply be relieved by slippage. It's designed to prevent overwinding. So wind until you hear the subtle click or slip of the mainspring bridle. That's how you know the watch is fully wound. Once the watch is wound, there are a number of functions that enable more precise time setting of your Hublot Classic Fusion Chronograph. Now the first, if you pull the crown 2 to 10ths out from flush against the case, is the hacking or stop seconds position. Now this is where the balance stops beating. You'll notice it's halted. You'll notice that the seconds hand is stationary at 3 o'clock. Now you can set the watch precisely to a known accurate reference time. The best way to synchronize to a reference time using this feature is to find your reference, such as an atomic clock online, wait for the seconds hand to align with the index at 12, then pull the crown. Then set the minute hand to the next nearest minute. Wait for your reference time to catch up, and as soon as it aligns perfectly to the second, resume the beat of the balance, the advance of the seconds hand. Now you've synchronized your watch. Now there's another function known as the quick set date. One position out from flush against the case, you turn the crown counterclockwise, and now you can rapidly cycle the date wheel to correct should you encounter an irregular length month or should the watch run down. Now it's important to note that this special function should never be actuated between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. as this is the period in which the watch's own automatic date jumping mechanism is engaged in the turnover. Attempting to use the quick set date between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. can severely damage the movement, so always be mindful of the time when you're using the quick set date. Now this watch is a chronograph, and the chronograph is always actuated in the following sequence. The pusher at 2 o'clock, you start, then you stop, then you reset. On a non-flyback movement, attempting to reset while the chronograph is still in motion can severely damage the movement, so always stop and then reset. The old chronograph mantra, start, stop, reset, precisely in that order. Now, it's important to note that there are a number of hazards with respect to watch handling: water, magnetism, and shock. Now, water is perhaps the most pernicious, as it can damage a watch severely and cause catastrophic mechanical as well as cosmetic damage. It's important to note that this watch is rated to 100 meters water resistant, which is sufficient for most aquatic activities per Hublot, save professional diving. However, you can help avoid accidental drowning of your timepiece by ensuring that the crown is always flush to the case and pushed in, and the crown as well as the chronograph pushers are always disused when there is either water on the case or the watch is submerged outright. Now you can have the chronograph running underwater, you simply don't want to start, stop, or reset it. Likewise, you want to keep the crown disused when there's any kind of water on the case. Failing to abide by this precaution can bypass the seals and introduce water to the interior of the watch. So just keep all the functions disused in water. Keep the crown flush. Remember, you can prevent accidental drowning of your watch. Now, water resistance, unlike physical dimensions or mechanical specifications, is not a permanent feature of a watch, and the watch is only 100 meters water resistant immediately after a complete factory service or original manufacture. So Hublot recommends, since seals will dry and lubricants will age, having the watch water tested at an authorized Hublot service center at least once every 2 years. This is also a good time to have the mechanical and the cosmetic condition of the watch checked. Furthermore, magnetism is a significant concern for owners of traditional mechanical watches, as high-powered home and office wiring looms, speakers, subwoofers, MRI equipment, and even the closures of purses and wallets feature powerful magnets or magnetic flux that can magnetize the hairspring at the center of the balance, the heart of your watch. If you suspect, due to erratic timing, fast or slow running, that your watch may have become magnetized, take it to an authorized Hublot service center where equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize your watch. Finally, with respect to shock, keep the watch disused during high-impact activities such as baseball batting, tennis, golf, firearms marksmanship, dirt biking, or mountain biking, as all of these create shock and impact effects, the concussive results of which can damage a fine Swiss mechanical movement. Ultimately, Hublot recommends a full mechanical overhaul of the watch every 3 to 5 years. This will include everything from restoration of water resistance to restoration of factory finish on the case to a complete cleaning, oiling, and adjustment of the movement. Hublot recommends you do this exclusively with an authorized service center of Hublot, as these agencies exclusively have the trained personnel, specialized equipment, and original factory parts to completely recondition your watch to factory specifications, protecting its value as an investment and as an instrument. Moreover, only these agencies can back all work and parts invested with an original Hublot factory service warranty. To learn more about the care, usage, and maintenance of this or any Hublot model, visit our website, govbergwatches.com, and text, call, or email our experts who will be happy to walk you through every phase of Hublot ownership.